I believe, and I'm going to test this with all of you, I believe we're in real trouble. And I think it's very broad-based trouble. It's not just any one thing. But let me ask you, how many of you agree that America's on the wrong track? Just raise your hand if you agree. Virtually unanimous. How many of you agree that getting back on the right track will be an enormous effort? That's one last. How many of you agree that very substantial interest groups will fight deeply against getting back on the right track? Now, I just want to feed back to you what you've just said, because this is the heart of why I'm proposing a 21st century contract with America. Our challenges are enormous. I think the biggest since 1860. The difficulty of changing direction for an enormous national government, an enormous national elite, whether it's the courts, the news media, the academic world, the bureaucracies, the laws, are going to be tremendous. And there will be people who legitimately, authentically fight desperately to stop us. Because whether out of interest group or out of ideology, they don't agree. And so if you're serious about saving the country and you're serious about moving forward, you've got to start with that design. You've got to say, this is what we're trying to accomplish. I mean, it's a little bit like, are you trying to develop a canoe for a local creek, or are you trying to build a ship to cross the Pacific? And I made the mistake in early spring of bringing in very fine consultants. These are all smart people. This is not about them personally. But they're all smart people. Any of you who watch Moneyball will understand what I'm talking about. They're all smart people doing the old thing. And I was determined not to do it. I'm not going to run any attack ads. I'm not going to go out. I can't compete with Perry and Romney on money. But what I can do is I can run a very social media-oriented campaign with a lot of very specific solutions, and I can attract an enormous number of volunteers, and I can network them together. And in the process, we can build an entire new way of thinking about governing America.
Can you comment about the potential front-loading of the nominating process with Florida moving up and Iowa? I mean, how does that impact your campaign?
Well, it's going to make Christmas just wild. we were in a scheduling meeting yesterday, and Calista and I were going over this stuff. And I have no idea. I don't think anybody else has any idea what it's going to be like. And you've seen this in the last month. You know, we had a race that a number of you had defined as a two-person race, and Florida seemed to knock that for a loop. You're right. I mean, I have a bias. I believe to be a successful free society, citizens have to be willing to learn. And I'm prepared to have a conversation on the grounds that in the end people care. People are worried about the future of this country. Not in a shallow way, but in a genuinely deep concern. And so I hope to provide them the information to inform them of the options for saving America.